Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
Hey, I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 14th of December, coldest morning of the season so far. We've got actually a few spots that have touched the single digits. Of course, the next big question, what about the chance of freezing rain tomorrow? Let's see if we can tackle all of this and take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. We'll start with the view coming from Trussville, looking down Chalkville Mountain Road. Most folks are in the mid-teens, but those colder pockets are way down there. There's the Gadsden Skycam. We're showing 13 up on the observation on the mountain up there. And from Demopolis, look at that barge coming down the Tombigbee River. Don't you know it's cold out there in that water early this morning? All right, the big trough is over the east, vortex over New England. Northwest flow aloft here. Check out the numbers this morning if you dare. And of course, these are coming from the official observation stations. 10 at Haleyville is the cold spot on the board now. Montesano State Park in Huntsville is showing 9. Doesn't show on this map, but they've got 9 degrees. And, of course, we'll get the reports coming off the sky watchers over the next couple of hours. It will be very interesting to see if we can get some other spots in the single digits. 12 for Cullman and Gadsden, 14 for Anniston. Birmingham so far at 16. And, again, these are at 5 o'clock. Cold enough for sure. Around the nation, there's the nose of that brutally cold air. From Duluth, Minnesota, down to Birmingham, Alabama. Interesting to note, while we are at 16 here, we're much colder than places like Denver, Great Falls, Montana, Salt Lake City, Utah. As the west is warm, the east is shivering in the very cold air. Here's our watch warning map. Now, we note that we have winter weather advisories in effect for North Mississippi, North Alabama, the Huntsville counties, and that would include Cullman County and the Tennessee Valley counties, and up into West Tennessee, and that's for the possibility of freezing rain tomorrow. As you'll see, the Weather Service in Birmingham has not issued an advisory. Going to be a very close call for where we are here. Here's the overall rain for the next 5 days, or precipitation. This is valid through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. And again, this is suggesting about 1/2 inch for much of the state. The ice outlook. Now, understand this is for the probability of at least a 1/4 inch of ice. We don't expect that much down here. That's the reason there's very low probability. In fact, there's no probability down here tomorrow. Just a small area over Kentucky. And then on day 3, which is Thursday, a small area over Virginia and North Carolina. We're thinking any ice accumulation down here should be well under a 1/4 inch. But a little freezing rain when it's been this cold for so long can present problems for the bridges. And we all know that. Let's take a look at modeling. This is the 06 ZGFS at noon today. And there's the big vortex over the northeast. Down below that, we're still cold. Despite the sun that we're expecting all day, again, we'll see some spots not getting above freezing. I believe there are going to be some northeast Alabama cold pockets up there that are going to be below freezing for 84 consecutive hours, or maybe longer. And that's amazing. But they went below freezing early Sunday morning in the pre-dawn hours. And it might be tomorrow night before they get above freezing. As warm air advection finally kicks in, the GFS is showing a high of only 32 for Birmingham, and the NAM is showing 35. All right, let's go to Wednesday. Now, the latest run here, the GFS, is slower with the onset of the precipitation. This is midday, and we're still dry, and that's good for us. You know, the longer the precipitation holds off, the greater the chance we won't have any bridge icing. We'll go to Wednesday night at midnight, and there's that light rain for the northern third, basically north of Interstate 20. And the warm air advection process is moving along nicely, and hopefully we'll get away with no icing problems along Interstate 20, but again, it could be a different story up north. But let's get down there and look at the RPM model. This is valid at 22Z tomorrow. That would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is still depicting freezing rain, generally north of a line from near Hamilton to Birmingham to Roanoke. That's the line that we've kind of drawn here. And, that's coming off. And these are, again, this is coming off the algorithm. Let's look at the actual 2-meter temperatures coming off the model, and clearly by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's warmer. You can see that it's suggesting that you really have to get up into the Tennessee Valley to get up into the freezing area. It's got that 36-degree line really through Birmingham, so the model is suggesting it might be a little too warm for freezing rain problems for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, when the precipitation begins. Now, again, there's going to be some, I'll just tell you right now, there's going to be some cold pockets in northeast Alabama that stay cold a lot longer than you think. Been doing this for a long time, and it is very hard often to scour out that cold air over northeast Alabama. It takes a long time. So it's beginning to look like it could be the greatest freezing rain problems will be in northeast Alabama against, the suspect counties up there: Jackson, DeKalb, Cherokee, Etowah, Marshall, Madison. So tomorrow morning, we're getting increasingly confident there'll be no problems getting into work. And hopefully by the time you drive home, if rain is falling, we'll be up there at like 34, 35 degrees, no ice for Birmingham. But again, Gadsden and Aniana and, Center, Leesburg, Fort Payne, places like that, there could be some bridge icing, no doubt about that. So we'll watch that. All right, Thursday, we're in the warm air. All of a sudden, we climb up into the low 60s. The GFS is showing 63 as the warm front is north of us. And then Friday, the front just kind of meanders around here, and that's going to be a nightmare temperature forecast. There's a short wave to the west, and again, we're in that unsettled air with the front around. Where that front happens to be will determine our temperatures. We might be in the 40s all day Friday, could be in the 50s. The latest GFS is suggesting we'll be in the 50s. And then Saturday, it will be colder, and a surface low spins up down there in the northern Gulf. And again, that's a classic area for snow development for North Alabama if it's cold enough. And again, the last couple of runs suggest that we're just going to miss it. But let's give it a few days before we get too specific with this. But for now, again, we're just going to mention a cold rain with temperatures in the 40s. There's the 850 millibar look in that purple line. That's the freeze line, which can be a rain-snow line. It's near the northwestern tip of the state. So again, for now, we'll just mention a cold rain on Saturday. And then Sunday, that storm is just off the middle Atlantic coast. And we are cool and dry, not as cold as we have seen in recent runs. The GFS showing a high of 46 on Sunday. And then Monday looks pretty quiet. All right, let's go through Christmas week if you're traveling. There's Monday. This is Tuesday, the 21st of December. Nice and quiet here. Temperatures where they should be. That would be 50s and 30s. We'll go to Wednesday. Another cold high coming down the pike, a 1038 millibar high. We'll go to the 23rd, which is Thursday, cool and dry. And the 24th, Christmas Eve, all of a sudden, instead of that really cold look, again, this looks pretty average in terms of temperature with, 50s and 30s. But again, we have seen many runs that look awfully cold. And then on Christmas Day, almost ridging here in a very quiet pattern. So we've seen deals where we got temperatures in the 20s on Christmas Day, and all of a sudden this is suggesting might be close to 60s. That's why this is voodoo country. Having said that, we all know the look of the AO and the NAO suggest a colder pattern out here, so don't be shocked if it looks a lot colder in future runs. And then on the 27th, there's your trough coming through. A rain event, maybe some snow on the backside on the 29th. That's starting to look cold over much of the country. Yep. And again, this is all pure voodoo speculation out here. We'll be much more specific for Christmas at the end of this week, like we've talked about. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.